Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to Feels Like Sunday. How are you today, Lorene?
Oh, pretty fucking amazing, to be honest.
Awesome. That's extra amazing by the sounds of it. Had a good day?
Yeah. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Cindy.
Okay. Let's not go there. Just say it was amazing.
I've had just a really transformational weekend up in Morgan with my beautiful friend and at her property up there. And there's still a lot of integration happening from that, because we did a lot of releasing work, a lot of spiritual release work while we were up there. That was the whole purpose for going. And so amazing, fantastic, incredible 24, 48 hours. And yet I'm still like going, yeah, wow. I can't believe we actually managed to do that. That's so cool. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Hi, Stuffy.
How are you going, people?
Hi, Tracy.
Amanda, Cindy, Steffi, Tracy. Please, if you could share us out, people, that would be much appreciated. I have to do the same thing. A little bit of a click here and a little bit of a click there. So,
good morning to Tracy. Good evening to everybody else.
Indeed. Okay.
Oh, dear.
Okay, I'm just going into my page now and sharing on my phone.
Good
hey, Angelina,
morning,
how
Angelina.
are you? And Angelina, what are you doing up this ungodly hour where you are? Like,
That's
really?
only morning time.
What time is it, Angelina, where you are? Is it something ridiculous in the morning? It's morning here. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, oh, Jesus! 4:45 a.m.
4:45?
Mm-hmm. That's when you're just going to bed, Brooke.
I don't stay up that late. No way.
Hi, Lindsay.
That sounds more human, like 8:45.
Yeah.
Doesn't it, Tracy? Okay, what's the time here? It's 7:15 p.m. Okay, I'm just sharing out, people. Still sharing. There we go.
How have you all been for the weather and everything over the weekend? How's it? I have a natural alarm in my head to wake up. Oh, my Lord. I do too, but my natural alarm to wake up sits around about somewhere between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning. This morning it was just after 8, but that's not surprising.
Mine's all around the place. I used to get up at 8:30 no matter what. And lately, I think I went to help someone in the client's garden, and then I think I got home late and I just showered straight to bed. I was like, yeah, that was a hard day's work. And then I slept into 10 o'clock. I'm like, the body was like,
lovely.
Nice. My brother's cooking. It smells yum, but I think it's got meat in it, so no, none for me. You can eat what you want, people.
Thank you, Tracy.
Especially if you bring me some. That would be nice. I'm starting to get hungry now. I'm just still sharing out, people, if you could do the same thing.
Yeah, because I was going to be away for the weekend pretty much. And Matt was also over at the Universal Light, being staff over there at the expo.
Yep.
And so before I left, I was the good little wifey, and I set up the slow cooker. So he got home to this beautiful vegetable, like goulash type thing, and it was just, and there was heaps there, so there was enough for me to have tonight when I came home, and I was just like, oh, this is so good.
Nice. Otherwise Maddie would have been like, I'm just gonna stop and get some junk food.
Yeah, totally.
That's it. Can't be bothered cooking.
Hi, Mandy.
Well, that's why when I always cook big meals, I always fill up a bowl with a freezer bag, put it in, tie a knot, and I always have a few of those in the freezer. So, as I say, if you ever get one of those times where you just can't be bothered cooking, But you can't have like every night, can't be bothered cooking. It sort of doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't kind of balance out properly. We've got the bands happening already.
We have. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Carrie. Can you sleep? You can go to sleep if you want, Carrie. You're going to miss us, though. It is a happy Sunday. So, people, we'll both start with a collective reading for everyone. And then we'll go to readings from there on. If you would like a guaranteed extended reading, please donate to the PayPal link in the show notes. It's also pinned. And we have a few freebies to give away. And sometimes when we have enough time, we do run out readings at the end of the show if we feel like it. Ban who? My God, that was quick. I have a craving for white bean veggie soup. Oh, I had made some nice spicy stinging nettle soup the other day. That was nice.
It's good stuff, eh? There's a possibly I can harvest some more.
Yep.
But it depends on if the owner of that property actually got to that part of the garden this weekend or not.
I've always got a big bag. I think our friend's place has got stuff, and they got such a big garden that it's always coming up somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's quite delicate. Not as overpowering as spinach.
Yeah.
But
got to strain it, though.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can get a bit gritty in the teeth.
What do you mean? I vitamised mine up with a bar mix.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Christian had Greek yogurt, so just dob a Greek yogurt in, or a dob of hummus. Just creaming it up.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hi, Judy.
Green bits in your teeth, that'd be funny, walking around all day. Okay, a group reading for everyone. Take what resonates and what doesn't resonate, just leave there. I'm sure it will resonate with someone, but you don't have to take it. It's not like you have to eat the whole meal. Just what comes in.
I love it when we do our half and half readings. It's great. I had fun with that.
Oh. Well, the cards that I pulled for this reading is pretty straightforward. People, the first card I've got for everyone is the Moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. People, your intuition's talking to you. Okay, it's talking to us all the time. It's usually that first little thought that comes in without protest. Usually the protest comes in after when we think about what's come into our head. And what's interesting is at the bottom of the main pile for everyone, I've got trust in your instincts. This is another card talking about that inner knowing. Okay, talking about trusting that intuition. That intuition is our best guide. It's there to help us. It's there to lead us. So, people, I hope you've been training, listening, and tuning into your intuition. But not only tuning and listening into your intuition, it's very important to act upon it, because when our intuition kicks in and it's not convenient, that's when things go sour. When we go, no, it's not convenient. Because if it was easy street, we'd always be doing easy street. But the moment between these two cards saying, listen, trust in your instincts and take charge of intuitive messages, okay, we've all got this ability, people, and you've got to hone in on it. It is an absolute game changer. It'll show you the beautifulest skies. It'll lead you what to do. It's like a sixth sense. Well, actually, technically, the body, we have a lot more senses than they let on. It's not just the five senses, people. They keep going and going and going if you care to learn. Okay, you want to open Pandora's box and expand? Okay. But in between the main pile, I've got the mountain, the stand your ground. This talks about having your firm feetly if you have things that you. This is about integrity. Okay, is holding that space in integrity. So no matter what happens, if you've got your beliefs that you believe that, hey, look, this is my line in the sand. Okay, well, this is a time saying, look, let's hold that line. let's hold the line at the moment. Let's stick, because a lot of people at the moment, things are going up and down. We've got a lot of worries. We've got a lot of focuses. But at the moment here, look, I've got the main action card. People aren't holding space. So this is drilled here. The main action card saying, hold your space. And in the middle, I've got stand your ground in between the main pile. And why I find this really interesting is because at the moment, people in the collective, okay, some of you people call yourself light workers, but the fact is what are you putting into the consciousness? Are you worried about the little things? Are you getting triggered all the time? Haven't you dealt with your triggers? Okay, haven't you explored your emotions to heal that? Because at the moment, we haven't got to where the world is at the moment. We haven't got time for everyone to just be worried about this and worried about that. If you're a light worker, you want to stand up, and this is time to be the warrior. It's time right now to stand up, hold that space, listen to your intuition, and put that into the collective. Okay, because we have all got to come from that heart space, but we've got to hold it. When times are tough, that's when we need to hold it the most. That's when the collective is struggling and getting drained, and that's more important for us to hold that space. Okay, and that positive space, because after that, I've got the medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. Fancy that. Take note of intuitive messages. Trust your instincts. Honor that inner knowing. That's all talking about the same thing. So, people, that's 3 times it's come up. Stand your ground. Hold that space. And the last card I've got is stay rooted and grounded. So I've got 3 cards here saying listen to your intuition, and the other 3 cards are saying you hold that space and stay out of your head. And get into the game, people. Get into the game. That was a group reading for the collective. I hope it resonated. And what do you got, Lorene, for everyone?
You're gonna crack up. I've just pulled 3 cards, and I dealt them at the same time as you dealt yours, right?
Yep.
The very first card is passion, which is about trusting and following your renewed passion in your love life and career. So it's, again, those intuitive feelings that you've been feeling and just following your heart, getting out of your head, going down into your heart and following that, right? The next one is crystal clear intentions, which is right on the money with what you're saying about being very aware of what your energies are as you're into the collective. Be very aware of your words, be very aware of your ideas and how you're speaking about things. And are you creating a life that's actually going to, is the energy you're using, the words you're using, going to create the life that you desire, or are you trying to destroy your life that you desire? Be very aware of your words and your intentions. But here's the funniest one, my 3rd card, moon cycles. So being aware. So this is it, people. You've been told 3-4 times now through this one reading that your awareness is spot on. Start listening to it, start paying attention to it, and voice it. Okay. So I saw the message there from Carrie Ann. She's got thinking that she needs to move that thing from outside before it does damage, and then 5 minutes later smash through the window at 10 o'clock at night because it created
intuition,
damage.
Inner knowing, gut instinct. Listen to your gut instinct.
Listen to it. There's so many times, like even this morning while I was out at Morgan, and I know my friend is a late riser. She's just, and when she's out at the shack, it's just like crazy as, right? But I knew that we needed to get moving. So it was like, instead of waiting for her to get up, because the weather was coming in, and I was like, I don't want to be driving in that weird weather. So I was like, bang, bang, bang on her door. Hey, you ready for breakfast? Because I knew. And just as we'd finished packing up, bam, the rain started coming down. And I was like, there you go. Listening and voicing it. Whereas,
I mean, it's so important too. And I can't say this enough. People, you want to train it, okay, when the pressure's not on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because most people wait to things are falling apart and go, oh, where's my intuition? Where's all this stuff now? And it's like, well, did you train it when you had the time to train it? Okay, to know what you were dealing with. So in those hard times, it can guide you, and you do know how to respond to it, because that's what we do. We just, when things fall apart, then we're like, oh, where's all this stuff? And we're going to be smarter than that. Yeah. Okay.
And
it make it a lot easier.
Absolutely. And our intuition speaks to us every single day. Our bodies are speaking to us every single day. And it's up to us to choose to listen or not. We do choose to listen or not. And most of the time, we don't, because we're really stupid like that sometimes. We're cute, not so bright. Oh, dear.
Okay, we've got our first reading to get. We've got a first reading to give away, and he's actually. Oh, I think he finished up on Friday night. So your Friday night shows. Yeah, he's not doing Fridays anymore.
Oh.
So Steffi's got a new show coming up, but at the moment, people, let's destiny decide, let's fate decide, and if you can pick the number that's in between the two numbers that Cindy is going to put up, you get a free reading, courtesy of Healing with Steffi.
Yay!
Okay, people, pick a number between 31 and between
30 and 50.
Oh, wait a sec, let me enlarge screen. It's like
gotta put your glasses on.
Oh my god. There you go, girls. You like the glasses, don't you?
Far more distinguished.
I know.
Oh dear.
Someone was telling me in some countries that people think it's really cool if you got glasses because it means that you're educated and you read.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in some third world countries, if you wearing glasses, they're like, "Hey, look, there goes a smart person."
I was excited when I started wearing glasses, and then I realized that with all my energy healing work that I could actually fix my eyeballs, and so I did. And now I don't wear glasses anymore except sunglasses.
That's it. Just do it yourself at home. Get a bit of a spoon. Give it a bit of
yeah, man. Keep going, people. You haven't hit it yet. Keep going. Keep going.
Well, it's funny, you know how you do the thing with your finger where you put it like in front of you, and then you let it go to 2, then to 1, to 2, to 1, and you bring it forward, and you do the same thing. I noticed that when I do that for a week, or I do that for a few days every morning, I don't need to use my glasses. I've got to read. Yeah, so I think it's lazy muscles.
We have a winner chicken dinner.
Okay, yeah. Vicky, who would you like to read for you?
My cup of tea is so good.
Oh, Vicky, you still spamming numbers. Come on. You got it, Vicky. Relax.
I know there's a little bit of a delay. But
I know. I'm just messing. Yeah, we don't think you're weird at all, Vicky. Lorene.
I don't know,
okay.
Vicky. Oh, that's handy. I don't know, Vicky. Vicky, do you have anything in particular?
People up. Sorry.
Vicky, do you have anything in particular you'd like me to have a look at? I love being able to look at a specific area because I can sort of identify blocks and like ways to work through that. That's my preferred way to do readings.
And she does renovations, so she does house healing too.
I do.
I see it. Come on. See it, Vicky, tell her. Yeah, come around, look at my foundations. They're cracking up everywhere.
Oh dear. My foundation's in my soul. All righty. You're going to do a red general one. All right. Okay. Interesting. What do you wish to play with? Oh, man. I love you, cards. I love you, cards. I love you, cards.
Are you going which deck? Which deck? That's a
it's
fat
the
deck.
Big. It's the fat deck. It's the chonka. So what's popping up in your garden at the moment, Brooke?
Me, I've got the Alpine strawberries are fruiting, chocolate mint, but the cucumbers are just starting to take off. The pumpkin's starting to go nuts. The zucchini's flowered. I've got, I think it's like the first zucchini that's about to come up. I got spinach everywhere. I got lettuce everywhere. I got horseradish. I've got all herbs going nuts. I need to put some more coriander. And I just had my thing of potatoes. I just piled it that much up because they were like 3 foot, the potatoes.
Oh,
So I just piled it up another 1.5 foot with straw and dirt, so it sort of grows out again, so I can get even more potatoes.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to doing that next with my potatoes. I've got them and they are sitting around about this high so far.
Bury them another half of that. Bury it.
Yeah.
More dirt. Just keep doing that. And
yeah, I will.
It just keeps going out, I reckon.
That might be my task tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how I pull up. All right, Vicky, let's have a look. I know, that's why we talk about it, Amanda, because with my Kiwi accent, you guys all hear it funny. All right.
Just be careful what you type in, Amanda. Some people get banned for saying sorts of stuff. Not me. I'm ever so good.
Really, Brooke?
Are you?
Alrighty, Vicky, let's have a look and see what you've got here. So you asked for a reading for your near future. So it's kind of like a general reading that we're sort of working with here. Hang on, I just got to check something. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so we've got the Ace of Summer is the first card up here, and it says this is the beginning of the new emotional experience for you, maybe the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or an awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. That's what the card says. I'm actually getting that last part is the most relevant to you, that there is some extra aspects that are coming in, some extra gifts for you that are coming in at the moment, and it's possibly going to make you feel a little bit uneasy. Hence the reason why you're asking for a reading right now, because it's like there's that awareness of something coming in, and it's kind of like, because it's that whole thing of when we are being pushed out of our comfort zone into our learning zone, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. Or I like to also refer to that learning zone as the remembering zone, especially when it comes to our spiritual gifts, okay? Because everything that is coming to us, especially from a spiritual sense and our magical sense and our healing senses, is all stuff that we know and all things that we have dabbled or played or been proficient in other lifetimes, dimensions, realities, and non-realities. So when these things start coming through again for this embodiment, it can make us feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it might make you feel a little bit more ease, have a bit more ease with it, to know that as these rememberings are coming through, it's going to be just a little bit easier to remember that you've already done this before. Okay, it's just that you're having to remember the skill. Okay. The next one we've got is the Four of Spring, which is our beautiful little otters. And it's time to kick back, relax, celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from the success in your career, completion of a project, or a very happy home life. So for me, this card is about acknowledging your successes so far, acknowledging where you've come, like how far you've come in the last 5 years, how far you've come in the last 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, like 12 months, 6 months. I would invite you to have a look at and reflect on, maybe journal and go, wow, look how far I've come in the last 2 years. You know, how much has changed for you within the last couple of years. And Take time to reflect on that and acknowledge it and celebrate it for yourself. You don't have to do a big note throughout Facebook and all of that sort of shit. Like, it's not necessary to do that. This is for you, because the thing is, the more that you acknowledge how far you've come and your successes, even just to yourself, the more gifts and wonderful things can come to you. Okay, because you're opening those pathways to be able to receive the abundance of delicious, wonderful things even more when you actually take the time to acknowledge it. The next one we've got is the 10 of Summer, which is the prairie dog. So it's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. So I'm not sure where your relationship status is as far as all of that goes. But even if you're single, even if you've got, you don't have kids or whatever, if maybe you're in a partnership with someone, celebrate your friends. Celebrate the people that are really close to you and express that to them. So often we get into that trap of thinking, oh, they already know it. I know a lot of people from like my mum's generation and older than that were very much of the, I don't need to tell them that I love them because they already know it. It's like, no, it's time to express how much you care about your friends, about your family, of those you choose to say that to. That card is just saying, please do a little bit more of that. Okay. The next card we've got is the Princess of Winter, okay, which is a seagull. So this is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information to put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the message. Okay, so over the next little while, you may actually hear something that will be a bit jarring to you. Don't shoot the messenger. Look at the message, take from that what is required, be grateful for it, don't judge it, and keep moving, okay? So that's what that one's talking about. And your last card we've got is the Prince of Summer. It's the frog. I have to show you this card. It's so cute. Look at them. He's a little frog with a wand. So a deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, so stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. Okay, so interesting. There's going to be something that's going to pop up into your world, whether it be a romantic relationship or whether it be a business type relationship. Some sort of relationship is going to sweep you up and make you feel amazing and like you're in a blinking, fairy tale. Be aware of it, enjoy it, but please use both your heart and your mind while you're considering your part to play in that one. All right. I hope that helped, Vicky. Thank you, Starthy. Please say a big thank you to Starthy for gifting that.
And
reading.
Vicky, I pulled you one card. It says a worry is a wasted emotion. So let's not put the energy there. And that was donated by Steffi. Thank you, Steffi. And Steffi, you've got a new show coming up. I think it'll be on this. I think it's all. He hasn't said when it's coming up, but it's coming up. And for your consider you donated for that reading, I will play this for you. Renee, Oh, yes. That means serious music. Dun, 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 dun. Do you wish to know your reality? Renita, dream about winning money and abundance. That can be because you have no direction in life, or you're spending too much money and need to hold on to it, or that luck is coming in. But when we dream of winning money, it doesn't mean we go out and buy a lottery ticket. But you can buy a lottery ticket.
You can.
You do what you want. You do what you want. Okay, but it's more about to do with directions and feeling that need to have money. So look into it. Look into it. Look into your dreaming, people. You get stuff comes up in dreams. Say, look, I dreamed of winning money, or I dreamed of I was in a garden, or I dreamed of someone was chasing me. Look it up on the internet. Okay, and see what jumps out and resonates. Okay. But don't look up 1,000 of them until you find one that suits what you want to hear.
I just want to add one little thing to Vicky, because she's just mentioned that she's recently widowed. And I don't know how recent is, because recent can be a year, or recent could be last week. I don't know. Yep. But I would like to just invite you, Vicky, to read a book called The Values Factor by Dr. John DeMartini. And I know that sounds like a really odd suggestion given where you're at the moment. 7 weeks. Okay, so it is very recent. That may help give you a little bit of direction and soothe some of the grief from a really kind of different point of view. So I highly recommend either listen to it. It's on Audible if you're into Audible, or get the book. It's a very good book. Okay. And there's activities and things to do in there. But even just if you just not too worried about doing the activities, but you just read through the book, it will, I think, help to alleviate some of the pain. Okay.
Okay. The next we've got a reading to do for. What was it? It was up here. For Tiffany. Tiffany, are you there? Tiffany Nick. Typing away. Okay. You still there, Tiffany? Are you paying it forward? Oh my God, you're a gem.
Aww.
Did you want to pick some?
Sorry, I was just going to.
Yeah. Go. Okay, what? Sorry, my bad. It's resin. Who would have you got anyone you'd like to pick, Tiffany? Who use your intuition, Tiffany? Who stands out? Would you like to pick someone? Is there someone you had in mind?
Tiffany's a gorgeous wee soul, I have to say.
Or should we?
She said Tanya.
Okay. Who's going to read? Tanya, who do you want to read for? And I'll read for someone else. I'll read for Carrie, are you there? Carrie? Or doesn't wait a sec, it doesn't matter. You've got to pick who you want to read for you first.
Hang on, I'm confused.
Okay, Tanya, are you there? Who would you like to read for you if you're there? Are you there, Tanya?
Tanya.
Someone's quickly going. Quick, let's start a profile called Tanya. Need email. Cool. We go.
Tanya Whiteley, I think, is who she's talking about.
Is she still there?
I don't know. Tanya Whiteley, are you still there? Otherwise, pick a number.
That's better than picking my nose. Not quite as fun. Nothing like a good dig.
Pardon? I think I misheard you then.
Okay.
Do you know, I like nose piercings. I really like the look of them, but I could never get one. Because I was like, secret squirrel, I actually really enjoy it in my own private time, in my own private space. Getting up there and giving a good peek. And I'm like, I reckon a nose piercing would totally get in the way of that.
Well, see, that's what you can just keep playing with your piercing, and people don't know if you're picking your nose or playing with your piercing. So
especially those ones that are just like the straight hook, not the ones that are a loop like yours.
Yeah.
Like the ones that are like a little L shape. I'm like, God, that would just get so annoying.
Yeah, I tried doing it myself, and it was just, I went to get someone else to do it. It took ages to heal, though. It was swollen for it's sort of really thick for about a month. And it took 2-3 months before it went back to normal.
Wow.
Weird.
Okay, Tanya's not here. Oh, no, yes, she is.
Oh.
No, she's not. Sorry.
Okay,
Whitney. Hi, Whitney.
In that case, people, pick a number. And we'll do one each.
Okay. Sounds good. I must make another vegetable au gratin soon. That sounds good. Oh. Cool. Oops.
Okay, Tracy, who would you like? There's another number, people, but we'll get to that in a minute. Tracy, who would you like to read for you? So keep picking people another number. Tracy, you're good. You've already got a reading. So people, there's still one number to take.
You're going to have to change the banner for that one.
The what? For the second one?
The second number, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just... Yeah. There we go, Cindy. Wasn't paying attention.
I love it.
Okay, still one more reading. Up for grabs. So pick a number, people, between 35 and 50.
Winner, vegetarian dinner.
And I will read for... who was it? Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy wanted you. So Mandy gets me. Mandy, do you have any particular area you'd like me to look at, darling? Cool. See, now I put them on the spot and they're like, oh, I just thought you'd be able to do me a general reading and I wouldn't have to think too hard. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. That's it. It's like, my God, it's a Sunday. It feels like Sunday. It feels like Monday now that I got to work and think of things.
Now I've got to work. I've got to think of something. Oh,
you poor people. She's a slave driver, this girl. She's a slave driver.
Apparently you smell. Why do you smell? What do you smell of today? I would say right now, probably Palo Santo. Hi, Becky.
Hey, Becky.
She said Happy Halloween. I say Happy Halloween to you.
Okay, so I'm reading for... Oh, are you reading now? Tracy.
No, keep going.
Who was I reading for?
Tracy Boyle.
Tracy, are you there? Okay, Tracy, at the moment, just get you to... Just one sec, Tracy. Look, sometimes things aren't always smooth sailing. Okay, but I feel like there's something that's happening. It wasn't necessarily to do with you at the moment, but it's involving you. But at the moment, the first card I've got is the Eagle card, and the problem with this is in your main pile is the first card I've got, your main pile, is inverted, and this is see things from a high perspective. Okay, this is talking about big picture. Sometimes we can go through all sorts of stuff. We can have all sorts of stuff to happen, but sometimes it's not positive stuff. Sometimes it's trying. Sometimes it stresses us out, and it feels like there's something that's stressing you out. But at the moment, the rage have gone. But what we've got to understand is sometimes when these things stress us out, we go through certain things. These are opportunities to grow. These are opportunities for us to know ourselves. So just when, we can't have all just the nice stuff happen. We don't learn crap. We do learn. We can learn a little, but at some time, the trying times is when we go through the tester or we go through the ringer. That's when the universe is. People go, oh, well, it's throwing me bad stuff. No, it's throwing you opportunities to grow. Okay, it's throwing you opportunities to realize. At the moment, it feels like things have shifted and it's put you off a bit off balance. Okay, a bit off balance, and it's trying at the moment. But the problem is when I've got the card down the bottom of your main pile, it's a peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. And this is inverted. And to me, when I read this card inverted, this is about us holding on to, hey, it wasn't my fault. Okay. Now, when we hold on to stuff like that and we're externally playing the blame game, and it might have been someone else's fault or something might happen that, stuff happens. But when we get hooked up in the injustice of, hey, it wasn't my fault, okay, it shouldn't happen to me. Okay, what we do is we take a firm stance, and we come from a point of view. And the problem with that is when we freeze in the point of view and we start going externally and blaming things, whether it be right or wrong, it's not about that. But when we get cemented in a point of view, we only see things from a particular angle. And when we see things from only a particular angle, it really limits the way we can start resolving or move past issues. Because I've got the card here, your main action card is the Traveler, move in a new direction. This is saying what you're going through at the moment. It's like saying, hey, look, it's not working. You need to have a look at doing things differently. But the interesting thing is on your main pile, and I've got a Queen to Be card, and when the Queen to Be card's up, this is talking about that nurturing, your emotions, understanding. It's about you working out what's good for you to do in this situation. I don't know if you're trying to put other people forward or for yourself or try to keep everyone happy. But at the moment, you've got frustration in the situation that you're dealing with at the moment. That's I got the frustration card next to the Traveler, saying the best course of action for you at the moment is the Traveler, moving in a new direction. But next to that, I've got emotions are running high, and that is just a total frustration card. And usually when the emotions are running high, it's because the answer is right in front of us, but we don't see it because we're coming from a certain point of view, because we have attachment to outcomes and how we think justice should work, or we think things should happen, or the way we want things to happen. Okay. And the universe doesn't always work that way. So we have to understand that sometimes when we get out of judgment, things can go so much deeper than playing the blame game. And at the moment, it's about getting out of the blame game for you, okay? Because it feels like there seems to be something happening, and it's just got you all over the place. But moving forward, I've got the High Priest card, and this is about intend and create. So this is about just working out what can you do, because we tend to worry about the past, and we tend to worry about things that we can't control, and they occupy our mind because we want to work out how the things that we can't control are going to work out. Okay, which is a total drain of energy. But the moment I've got the High Priestess saying intend, put that intention out there, what you would hope to achieve, okay, then start to create it. And it might not look the same as you want it to. I mean, we've all got the ways we want things to work out, but sometimes, okay, they don't work out exactly how we think they should, but they work out how they should actually, and because they work out, so we can learn all sorts of stuff. But at the moment, there's stuff that you hang on to, ways of doing things. This is why I got the Peacekeeper inverted. Let the go of the need to be right. Okay, and I've got next on the next pile, I've got adjustments are required, and this card's inverted. So this is like you've got how things should work out, and you're like, it's got to work out this way. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. At the moment, you're going to throw that all out the window and go, okay, we need to just see things for what they are. Okay. And sometimes good stuff, bad stuff happens. It's not about that. But at the end of the day, I've got the cause and effect come up. This is going, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. But at the moment, it's just about you looking at the big picture of things. Okay. Your main card, see things from a high perspective. What's the big picture? What's the end result? Tracy, what do you hope to gain? What do you hope not to gain? What do you hope to learn? Because if we don't learn from these situations, what happens is the vibration we put out to attract them to us in the first place, we're still putting that vibration. Okay, so it's time to have a fresh look. Okay, a third person look at your situation and try to find new ways of seeing that problem. But at the moment, be a queen, that nourishing, you're being aware of your emotions are running on. Being aware of your emotions right now is key, and understanding why you feel that way. And it's not just the obvious. Sometimes it can be we pick the obvious, but then we go, when else have I felt like that? When else have I felt like that? And we can start to see patterns in our behaviors. And these is the most powerful thing to be able to work out, because that's how we start breaking routines and subconscious programming. And that is where the power is. Okay, because the last card I've got for you is a personal issue reaches resolution. One way or another, it will be resolved. Do you want it to be on the timeline that you grow and expand? Or do you want to be on the timeline that, oh God, I got through it, I don't want to go through that again? It's up to you. Okay, and the last card I've got for you, Tracy, is accept struggle as lessons. Okay. It's all up to us. How do we deal with these things, Tracy? We can complain, and some stuff is stressful, but if we look for the opportunity to learn and the opportunity to know ourselves, they can be very powerful times indeed. I hope that's helped you.
Awesome. All righty, Mandy. Mandy, my love. First of all, I'd like you to just drop into your heart. Take a big, deep breath and open up. Okay? Because right now I'm feeling so much tightness in my chest and in my throat. So it's like there's a space of like holding your heart very, very close and closed, and your throat is like almost raw because it's really dying to talk. It's like wants to let this shit out. And I'm getting a sense of maybe a little bit of peacemaker, slight people pleasing happening. So I drew some cards out here and I had to ask for more clarifications. So what we've got to start off with, and I'll actually start from the clarification and I'll work backwards for the reading that I got. So what we got is the King of Cups came up first. So this is your brother. So your brother is holding, if you have a look at the card, okay, so let me see if I can show you. There we go. Not sure how familiar you are with tarot, but you see how the water is all around him and it's quite rough. Okay, so that's water in the tarot is an indication of emotions, and his emotions are very rough at the moment. He's very raw. He's a bit all over the place, and he's trying to be the master of his emotions, and he's not doing so great. He's sort of got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He doesn't really know where he's at. Okay. Why did I say brother? Interesting. Daughter, relationship with your 21-year-old. Now, this makes a little bit more sense. But anyway, the reading is still relevant. So, yeah, the emotions are all over the place. 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They think that they're the master. That's why the king has come in. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. But yeah, there's this element of the pushing away, but at the same time requiring you. So if you have a look at that card again, you can see that they're holding the cup in one hand, and then there's like the scepter in the other, but they're both being held quite tightly, so that they've got a very firm grip. What I'm seeing and intuitively feeling from this particular reading is she's got a really firm grip on her ideas, her thoughts, her opinions, her points of views, and she's not really willing to move very much from that. Then your card for you that I picked out was actually the 10 of Cups, but it's inverted. So this card generally is actually a very happy, lovely card, but at the moment it's upside down. So like the joyousness that is you're not feeling that right now. It's like you've lost your joy, you've lost your happiness, you've lost your enjoyment of the little things, of rainbows and seeing the beauty and having the appreciation for the smaller, more delicate things of life. And so you're blocking. There's a bit of a blocking energy. Okay, so cool, awesome. Glad we got that other. Where the fuck the brother thing came from, I don't know. But anywho, so what's sitting in between you? We've got this lovely card here. So you see, every single card has come out as being Cups cards, okay, which is all about emotions. So for the 2 of Cups to come out, there's an element there. This card is a really interesting one for me when it comes up in reading. So I'm going to show it to you again. So there's a man on one side, there's a lady on the other. And if you have a look, it looks like the man is reaching towards the lady's cup. And the lady is holding her cup with both hands really tight. So it's sort of like this can be read a couple of different ways, but the way that I'm seeing it this time is that there's a reaching out from you towards your daughter, but your daughter's still holding her cup so fucking tight, she's not willing to give you an inch right now. And that's sort of what's sitting in between you, is that you're kind of coming from, you've got the same ideas, but you're coming at it from 2 slightly different perspectives. So she's feeling a little bit on the defensive and feeling like maybe you're trying to take from her, but what you're actually trying to do is gift to her, right? So that's sort of, it's a bit of an interesting dynamic there at the moment. The other cards that I pulled for you is the Activated Earth, which is to trust where you're led. So right now, it's about what are you learning from this interaction with your daughter. Our children are our greatest teachers. They're also the ones that will trigger the living heck out of us to deal with our own shit. Okay, so everywhere that she is now triggering you. Have a look at where does that actually belong. Is it to do with her and you, or is it to do with maybe you and your mum? Or is it to do with you and your grandmother? Or is it a past life thing? Start asking those questions, because you'll probably find it has nothing to do with your trigger points. Have probably got nothing to do with your relationship with her. It's just that she's being the catalyst for you to have a look at that. Okay. The next one is that we've got is to keep holding the vision. All right. So if you're having a look at your ideal earth and your ideal world, what does that look like? What does it feel like? Is this battle between the two of you, is that actually a feature of the world that you desire to create? And if it isn't, hold that vision of what you actually do desire to create. Because if you hold on to that, and then you can work backwards, right? And go, okay, well, what steps do I require to take to get to that? Now, whether those steps include doing stuff with your daughter or not, healing with your daughter or not, is a whole other thing. But what you might find is she's actually asking for a little bit of space to grow and to be her own woman. She's still figuring it out. Remember what it was like when you were 21, right? When you just thought you knew everything and you got it sorted. You've been an adult for ages now. And, you know, our parents, man, they're just old fuddy-duddies. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is a new age, right? So, like, just have that, try and approach her from the space of, like, your parents, of going and just sitting back and relaxing and just allowing her the space to just be her and know that she will come back to you. It's okay. Just keep loving her. Because the next one we got, which is why I was so confused why I was thinking it was brother when saw it was your daughter. I was like, okay. Because the next card we've got is the womb card. All right. So it says stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And I was like, okay. So with this one, I get this is actually a rebirthing for your and your daughter's relationship. This is a moment where you're actually truly stepping into an adult relationship with her and moving away from the parent-child relationship. And it's going to be a little bit rocky. You know, think about the fact of like when you give birth, it's a bit rocky for a few hours. And so this is one of those moments. It's a little bit rocky, but it's the rebirthing into the new relationship between you. The next card that we got was to meet the Hathors, which is deep love, mother's milk, and birth is a portal. All right. So again, it's saying you're rebirthing into a new relationship between you and your daughter, and it's okay. It will pass. This pain will pass. This moment will pass. She will come back to you, but don't push her away energetically. Keep that love for her flowing. Okay. And the last card I've got for you is the Courageous Peony, and it says multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So this is one of those moments where you have the ability now to show her what it means for you to be all of you. So she can be inspired to be all of her. Okay? You are an incredible person. You are a light being. And now is your time to break out and break away from some of those chains and allow yourself to be seen and heard by your daughter. And yes, she will be back. I get a sense she will be back. She's just requiring a little bit of growth time. It's kind of like she's on her overseas adventure. She's got to figure out some shit for herself, and it's okay. Keep loving her, keep reaching out to her, be gentle about it. Find the ways to connect with her that aren't pushy. Don't be that dude with the 2 cups. Making her feel like you're always trying to take her energy or her space or her time. Just love her. So again, drop down into your heart, allow your throat chakras to open, allow your heart chakra to open, and speak to her as if from not that manipulative, guilt trippy kind of space, come back to your heart and speak to her as you would wish your mum had spoken to you. Okay? And that's what you're required to do. All right. I hope that helps, Mandy. Mwah. Hi, Melinda. Thank you for joining us.
And that reading was donated by... What are my banners? Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you, Tiffany. Beautiful being.
Okay. Now we've got a pay it forward reading to do from that lady that Steffi's always trying to ban. Okay. Who would like a reading from Cindy? No one? Okay, thanks for coming, people.
Okay, see you.
No, I need a message. Okay, ban. Cindy, did you just ban yourself and put that up there? Okay, I'm going to pick Carrie for Cindy. Yeah. Do you want to pick someone for a donated reading? Courtesy of Cindy, we can do one each. For Cindy. And let me just get another incense happening. What have I got?
Hi, Leslie Ann.
Sweetgrass and cedar. Ooh.
Mm.
Nice. Smells woody.
That's funny, that.
Oh, yeah. What's your favourite? My favourite, I love the smell of dragon's blood.
Definitely. Dragon's blood's right up there. I actually really enjoy dragon's blood in my soy melts. I like it that way.
Okay, so you put it in food?
No, in my oil burner.
Soy milk. Okay.
Soy, SOYMELTS, not in soy milks. Melts.
Soy melts. Okay, just thought I'd just check.
Oh dear.
Okay. Okay. Banning a Palo Santo can. You can just ban Palo Santo. Cut out the candle altogether. Okay.
I think Becky Lefebvre. Would you like a reading, hun? Yes, Yatra's lovely. Matt just picked up some Yatra the other weekend.
Carrie, what's got you so raveled?
The fact that something landed through her window at 10 o'clock at night last night. Becky, just while Brooke's doing these cards, can you please pop something in there for me to work with? What area is bothering you? What would you like me to look at? She said, haha, yes, as well as life. You asked, that's an answer to your question.
As well as life? Okay, well, look, perspective. It's all how we look at it. Okay, and it looks like you're going through some stuff. You didn't ask the universe to help you grow or anything like that, did you? Universe, I want to move forward. And the universe is like, all right, now game on. At the moment, it's starting to look like your cup is full, Kerry. It's looking like it's almost time. It's almost time to empty the cup out. Okay, and come into a new era, a new phase, a new way of doing things. Okay, because at the moment it seems like you've got things certain. Something's happened, or what happened? All these I've got frustration cards here. Not all of them. Just they've come up in certain areas to deal with it. But the main thing is on your main is it's like you've got this feeling of, you know, things are getting dumped on me. Things are getting dumped on me. Like it's all so much. But at the moment, okay, when we go through these hard testing times, as I was talking before in I think the group reading, or when we go through some of these are actually opportunities, powerful opportunities. Okay, these are the ones that people were like, oh, I just wanted to leave. I just want it to stop. I don't want to live like this. And this is what we all have to go through to a certain degree until we start working out that we create our own realities. Okay. And at the moment, I've got the first card I've got for you as a peacekeeper, and this is inverted. Let go of the need to be right. There's something that you're holding on to and going, hey, look, I'm feeling isolated. I'm feeling lonely. I feel like I'm getting dumped on. Look, the universe is like, hey, you're not alone. Okay, this is all part of the reality. This is how we grow, Kerry. Okay, we can look at things that it's difficult. Okay, but everything happens for a reason, Kerry. And when we understand that everything happens for a reason, then we can go, okay, why is this happening? Sometimes that can be obvious, but it's like, what can I take from this? Is this something that I can take to learn about myself, to learn about the situation? Because sometimes we get ourselves into these things, or even though we're doing the right thing, from holding back of our voice or not speaking our truth or not taking care of our needs, we can get ourselves into these circumstances. Okay, so there's, depending on how far you want to strip things back at the moment. Okay, I've got here that the conclusions are reached within, but at the moment you're blinded by a bias. Okay, so this is all about perspective for you at the moment, is shifting that perspective on what's going on. You know, when we go through these hard times, we can go, this sucks, please help me, please help me, please help me. The universe is saying, well, I'm giving you an opportunity to help yourself. Okay, but the problem is when we get into this, like I've got the peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. When we get into these, is because we get into these situations and we get blinded by bias. Why? Because we're still in judgment. More importantly, we're still in self-judgment. Okay, and when we're in judgment, especially when we're in self-judgment, okay, we are coming from perspective. When we come from a perspective, we don't see the whole field of what it is, and we have to just narrow things back to see them for what they are. Like the third person, you know, it is what it is. Okay, what can I do about it? Is there anything I can bring to the table? Is there anything I can do? And sometimes that can be just our focus and our mindset. Okay, because when we got the right focus and the wrong mindset, and we're like, oh, we feed energy into it. Okay, and at the moment it feels like you're feeding energy into something that there's an opportunity for you to stand strong, because the card I've got at the moment is your action card, is the warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. But this is inverted. This is saying that, look, the spear is in your hand, Kerry, and you want the things to change. Things change first with you, by going, okay, I'm not going to let this run the show anymore, these circumstances. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to understand why. What did I bring to the table? What did I not bring to the table? And this is when we understand things are just what they are. Okay, and when we can understand without judgment, things are just what they are, then it puts us in a position where we can do something about it because we see the big picture. Okay, so this is big picture. So this is about you shifting your focus, regardless of who's right, regardless of who's wrong. That's all judgment. It doesn't matter. The universe isn't picking on us. This is just what we call life. Okay, so it's time to be just fearless, Kerry, just fearless and strong. But at the moment, I've got the winter card coming underneath. Frustration cards everywhere. But I've got the winter card saying, take care of your needs. Okay. Are you truly taking care of your needs? And, sometimes when we do that soul searching, get in contact with our emotions and try to work out the lesson, that's what we need. That's what we need. And then we brush it under the table and just go into the external. We're not looking after ourselves. And Kerry, you're the most important thing in your life is you. Okay. And you have to give yourself that honor to go, okay, look, I have to dig deep and I have to understand this and I have to get this because otherwise I don't want to, it can be pretty draining going on being frustrated. And I've got, look, the energies are gaining momentum and that this card's inverted. But the interesting thing about this card is what it also talks about is things don't happen the way we want and things don't happen when we want. Okay. But to a degree, the universe, it'll happen. It's about divine timing. Okay. So we can't always know the path and how things are going to unfold. And if we sit there worrying about how things are going to unfold, we can just drain and drain and drain. So instead of worrying about what we can't change, what we can do is work out what we can change. But at the moment, look, I've got the stargazer. Set your sights high. This is going back to the big picture. We feel out of alignment. This is when we've got to we've got to sit down and align ourselves and do the work. Go and get to that quiet space. Go and clear the energies. Set up the home defense. Sage yourself. Some people are, I haven't saged for a while. I burn stuff all day. I'm always burning frankincense. I'm burning this. I'm burning that. I feel a bit off, or I go out, I come back, I smoke out the place. I'm sure the neighbours think I'm a bloody hippie.
You are.
But am I? What, a gardening hippie? That's it. Vegan, man. No.
Sorry.
I'm not a vegan. I eat oysters. No, I don't eat oysters. But I do real cheese. None of that fake crap.
Sorry, Kerry.
That's okay. Okay, so Kerry, at the moment, it revolves around you standing strong and you reclaiming your power. Okay, and go, what can I learn? Okay, see, if we wait for things to get better, anyone can be happy when things are going good. Okay, but the true test of the person is getting that positivity, okay, and taking that authority when things are going like crap. And sometimes we have to step out and we have to do it first. We have to lead. And at the moment, you're letting it overwhelm you and get on top of you. You need to play that mental game, Kerry, and absolutely go, you know what? I'm going to be positive. I'm going to stand strong. Yeah, there's a couple of things I could have done differently, but that doesn't matter now. That's in the past. Let's not focus on it. What can I do to move forward? It's all about moving forward at the moment. Okay? And because the second to last card I've got for you is step out of your comfort zones. Okay, so this is like game on for you. This is like you carry on. This is like, when this is the test. These are the powerful lessons. These are the change. Because in the hard times when we can stand up, we can be positive, and we can be strong, and we can stand in our power. People wait till things get to this is empowering when you can get this lesson. And there's a lesson here, Kerry. And you have the power to accomplish it. Okay, because what happens is we learn the lesson, then the next big thing that comes along, we're like, yeah, whatever, I'm not going to let that drag me down. And then we continue to be joyful and move forward and be happy, and we don't stress about things. We do a little bit, then we just push it out. Okay, so this is all about standing in your power, Kerry. This is all about you growing. This is all about you just shift in here in your heart. shift that. And then it just is what it is. Okay, but we'll just try to stay out of the head, otherwise it's going to drag you down. Okay, and we're going to, that's the whole thing in the collective at the moment, is we're going to play that, we're going to be in control, not of the subconscious and the aspects of us all out of balance, shifting us all over the place. We're going to take control. We're going to take authority over that. You're the warrior. Okay, time to be the warrior, Kerry. Okay, you've got this. And your last card, Kerry, is understand your body. Okay, your body is talking to you. Understand it. It's part of the interface. Okay, I hope that has helped you, Kerry.
That was beautiful. Alrighty. Becky Lefebvre, are you floating around now, darling? So she was asking about whether she should go for the job or not.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You want to go for the job. Do you not want to go for the job?
So what do you really... I asked for something specific, so that's cool. Yep, and that's what she asked for. So I've done a reading. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so what we've got here, it's not a complete yes, but it's not a complete no. What we've got here is it's more of a slight yes than a no. All right, so it's sort of sitting on the fence a little bit. However, the yeses part of it is that there's an element of yeah, exactly, that's what this is showing me. It's like you're confused because it's like, I don't know which way to go. So this is what this reading is going to bring out for you. So the things that it's saying here that are good is that or the reasons to say yes is because the money's pretty good. It's just the money's good. You're going to feel like you're a part of a community, like the workplace feels kind of good. However, but along with this, it's going to feel like it's challenging your mind a little bit. You're going to be able to feel like there's a little bit of like you're not going to be bored, basically. Then there might be some interesting things happening in there. The parts of it that are a no is that maybe you feel a little bit like a fish out of water, like you feel like maybe this is a bit of a challenge to you, like it's a stretch. And it's kind of like, oh, I don't know about that. The other thing is it's about balance. So there's an element sitting in there of the balance between maybe work and home life. And you're not sure how to shift into that space. And it's kind of, these are the reasons to say no. So I was asking for a little bit more clarification on that. And what I got was you have to drop back into your heart and look at and to recognize what what actually speaks to your heart and what speaks to your the energy of the life that you truly desire. The other thing the other card that I got for you was to listen to your elder wisdom. Okay. And while this was talking specifically about people perhaps who have been in that particular industry for a while, and to speak with them and ask for their what their awarenesses are, what their experiences are, and have a look at that and see if that feels true for you. So a tool that I use a lot is called the light and heavy tool. So what's true for you will always make you feel lighter, and what's not true for you will always make you feel heavy and contracted. So the way we use this tool is like, we always say truth at the start of it. So truth, what will it create if I choose, what will it create in 100 years? Because I can't be bothered with the small steps. It's just like, show me something out beyond what I can comprehend. So truth, what will it create in 100 years if I choose this job? Truth, what will it create in 100 years if I don't choose this job? And look at which one is lighter for you. Okay, so whichever one is lighter is the one that your intuition is saying to go for. The reason why we put truth on the front of that is because sometimes we have this cool little thing called refined judgments that floats around, which makes you feel, it screws up your intuition a little bit. It messes up because it puts a judgment in there, and it makes you choose the opposite, think the opposite is what it is true. So if you notice, when you figure out what your light and what your heavy is, and then when you ask those sorts of questions, if there's a little bit of a break and you find yourself going into your thinky stinky mind about it, that's when you can tell that there's a refined judgment. Okay, so if it's like before you even finish asking your question, because energy is faster than words, if it feels light, cool, trust that awareness for you. Okay, now just because you choose this job doesn't mean you're going to stay in it forever. You can choose something else. You know, you might find that after 6 months to a year that this job no longer works for you and it's time to move on to something else because you've gained all the experience that you required to know in that particular role. And now you're ready for something new. That's the gift and the magic of being what we have these days. You don't have to stay in the job for 50 years. It's a beautiful world we live in where you can shift and change around with a lot more ease. So I hope that helps, Becky. Sounds like it has. So that's beautiful. Have fun using those tools.
And that reading was donated by...
Thank you, Cindy.
No worries. Tanya, that stuff is, a lot of that's the unknown, okay? But what about yourself? What is it you hope to know about yourself? Because we can do that. We can go, look, everything external is of importance. But when we miss life is when we don't know who we are, okay? And to do that, Tanya, we need to go inside ourselves. Okay, that is the key to everything. The key to our relationships, the key to our lives, the key to everything is going within. Okay? And we can do some amazing work to get some amazing depth, me and Lorene, in these readings, but it's not so much about the external, it's about who we are. So if you want to know about yourself, Tanya, you've come to the right place. Okay? But if you just want to know what's going to happen on might happen on certain timelines, if you end up on that timeline, yeah, it's a hard one. Okay, so if anyone would like an extended reading, please donate. We're up to date. I don't know. Have you checked your message bank, Leslie? Have you checked your message bank?
Check your inbox lately.
Yeah, inbox. Oh, that's it. Just junk mail. Junk mail. I don't know. Yeah, pass your phone here.
Ego. Oh, dear.
Tanya,
that's your choice.
Yeah, that's absolutely 100% your choice. Okay, when we wait for all the circumstances to make us happy, then we let circumstances dictate our lives. Okay, and this is going into the victim mentality. Okay, it's all about empowering yourself and choosing to be happy. Only spam. That's no fun, Leslie. But
Did anybody eat Spam?
Yep.
See, Spam is weird to me. We had, when I was growing up, we had corned beef in a can. But corned beef in a can isn't the same as Spam. Spam's kind of like luncheon sausage, but it's like smushier.
Tanya, I just pulled a couple of cards for you. Okay. And okay. And at the moment you're stuck in cycles, the first main card I've got for you is the Elder card, move beyond ancestral patterns. And this is inverted. So you have internal thought patterns. Okay. Your subconscious, through your experiences, runs your show at the moment. Okay. For you, it's all finding comfort zones. Okay. And the subconscious is a massive one for doing this. Okay. Because the card underneath that, I've got the Autumn card, release the old and rest. What are you hanging on to? You're hanging on to so many ideals, old stuff. You're hanging on. I've got, look, another card, shed the skin that came out. This is all about hanging on to the past. Okay. This is about hanging on to our hurts, our pains, hanging on to the judgments on ourselves, hanging on to the judgments of others. Okay, you're stuck in a cycle at the moment where you're basically running on autopilot. Tanya, do you want to break this cycle? Because the second to last card I've got for you is work through your fears. And it's inverted. That means everything's about when, like some of the questions we ask is we want readings to go, oh, when are my comfort zones coming back that will reward me? And that becomes a whole thing, chasing the feeling, the comfort feeling. Okay, and that's not a way to grow. That keeps us in a pattern. Okay, we need to understand this, people. We need to move past our fears. Because at the moment, the last card is nothing yet. Nothing is set in stone. Okay, but this is inverted. If you keep going about the same way, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck and always looking for something external. When's the nice stuff externally going to happen? If you know yourself and go within and we start shedding what we don't need. We start learning who we are internally. That's when the world opens, Tanya. That's when the world opens. Okay? And that helped you.
Awesome. Special shout out to my girl Holly, who is in New Zealand, Holly Miller.
Hello, Holly.
So right now it is 9:30, 10:30, 11, 12 o'clock. What are you doing awake at midnight on a Sunday? My God, I hope you have the day off tomorrow.
That's it. Are you out and about? What's the weather like in New Zealand at the moment? Well, it was weird. It's rained today in Adelaide, and then it got sort of windy and stormy, and then went sort of coldish, belted down with rain, and then the sun came out and it just went hot, just went warm.
Yeah, it did. It was so weird. Like, I came back from Morgan, as I said, and there was a bit of rain for about half an hour, and then it was kind of sunny. And then when we got back here to Adelaide, it was humid as anything when we hopped out of the car. And then it was, like you said, it was sunny and it was just warm. And I was like, wow, I've got to open up the house because it's like I need to let some of that warm air through. Oh, dear.
Okay. We've got no more donated readings to do. Do you want to go to run out readings?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now at run out readings, people, if you had not had a reading, we'll pick one or two quick cards. Was there a comment?
No, I was just looking at Holly's. One of her kids got their first swim in today. It's that warm already in New Zealand. So
nice.
There we go. Yay.
That's it. In a pool or down the beach? Was he fully beached, bro? Fully beached.
Oh, I love it. Do you want a chip, bro?
Is it? Hey, plankton, mate. I'm a whale.
Can't eat chips.
Can't eat chips.
Can only eat plankton. It was in a pool, just to answer your question.
No worries. So people, if you would like a reading and you want to write out reading and you haven't had a reading, just put a 1 in the comment section. And as soon as I can actually find it, there it is. We're out reading time.
Grooving on with the music.
That's it. So people put a 1 in the comment section if you would like a reading, and we will get to you. What else do you offer everyone, Lorene? What can you do?
Ooh, me! I can do lots of things.
Like what?
Like what? Well, along with doing house renovations, I can renovate your heart. I can renovate your internals. I can renovate every fucking thing. Just kidding.
Okay.
Kidding, but not kidding. So, wow, we got everybody loving us.
Online?
Yes,
or in person?
Yes. So you can reach me online. I can do in-person work. I love doing in-person body work if you happen to be floating around Adelaide. But the thing that is popping up a lot at the moment is actually doing a lot of past life regression work. That's what's coming up for people a lot, releasing a lot of pain and trauma that has been locked into their bodies from other lifetimes. That's been coming up a lot more lately than anything else. But we do entity removal. We do a lot of just releasing a lot of blocks in the body, the system, so that then you can connect with your business more. You can create more abundance in your life. You can have a lot more ease and happiness and joyfulness. It's all there.
Do you know what would work really good if you had an advert?
Yeah. Gosh, that was a pretty little advert.
That's it. Even giggly in the advert. I guess the moment you're not giggly, that would be a time to be like, do I run?
She's serious now.
She's serious now. This can't be good.
Oh dear. I think we've got you starting with Melinda, yeah?
Yep. Who's starting? You up, me up?
You.
I'll start with
you.
All right. I haven't worked out which cards I'm going to use for run out readings. I'm going to use the message from spirits. Melinda. Sometimes we put off, or, with a lot of us, things are changing so much. We're like, do I commit? Don't I commit? Should I? Is it worth it? We ask us all these questions. But at the end of the day, Melinda, you are here for a reason. And we can't always sit waiting for things to change. Okay? And now's the time that you make every day count. See you 2 cards. You're here for a reason to make every day count. Find out what that reason is. Okay? Don't wait for it to fall upon your lap. Sometimes we've got to go seeking. And we can speed things up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's helped you.
All righty, Sandy. Hello, my love. I got remember who you are. And so remember the fact that you are a magical being. Remember that you are part stardust. Remember that you are part of the creator. Remember you're part of the universe. Remember that you are more than Sandy Lambert. Okay. There is way more to you than your name. There's way more to you than who you think you are, and that your team is asking for you to start stretching out and perceiving your other possibilities, and that you are safe to do so. So ask your team to support you. If you're not already speaking with your spirit team or your guides, if you like to call them your guides, please do so more often, because they are here to support you and to keep you safe. If that's what you're feeling, if you're feeling uneasy about stretching out into these new spaces, into these remembering spaces, ask for support from your energetic team. Hope that helped you.
Lorraine, at the moment, okay, this is about, for you, things are starting to come out of balance. And the reason things are starting to come out of balance, you probably just feels a bit over the place at the moment, okay, because things are out of balance. Okay, a bit too much in the head. But at the moment, look, I got your intuitions talking to you. Left, right, and center. Intuition, Lorraine, going, hey, Lorraine. Your intuitions is talking to you, and it's not going to look in. Okay, because at the moment you've got a certain way of doing things. Okay, you're in patterns, you're in routines. You just, we get used to, we're habitual creatures. Okay, but to truly use your intuition and trust it, we have to act upon it. At the moment, your intuition is talking to you, but we can't just trust it when it's convenient. Okay, which is the hard thing to do. Because at the moment, I've got, the last card is stay open-minded. Okay, it's time to expand. It's time, we got to do the work, and the work starts by acknowledging, and then when it comes up, acknowledging that, and then making that choice to act. Okay, but the intuition's just definitely trying to talk to you at the moment, and it wants to look in, it wants to look-see, it wants a hand. Okay, because it is our most powerful tool, so we don't want to ignore it and get too much in our routines. We're going to stay open-minded. I hope that's helped you.
All right, Chantel, what I got for you, honey, is that you really require to focus on your highest priorities. You might be feeling like you're running your trying to catch your tail all the time, like you're behind the 8 ball. Start prioritizing what is actually important to you. You might be finding that you're being a little bit distracted at the moment, and we make up excuses for being distracted. Like, I really require a rest. So instead of just having a nice short cup of tea, we sit down for 3 hours and play on our phones and our games. So just be aware of where you're spending your time and make your priorities, do those lovely priority lists, do the things. Also, as I mentioned earlier tonight, have a look at the book, The Values Factor, and have a look at what you can actually go onto the Dr. John DeMartini website and do a quick questionnaire and find out what your highest values are. Okay. And when you start realizing what your highest values are, then you can start realizing that your life is actually structured around these values, whether you cognitively recognize it or not. And things that don't adhere to your highest values you will always find a reason to procrastinate about them. You will always find a reason to delay on you'll leave things to the really last minute with it because it's not in your highest priorities. But when you jump over to those things that are in your highest priorities, you'll find that nobody has to tell you to get out of bed to do them. It'll be just like such a pleasure, and you'll just be right there with it. So start prioritizing, and also to recognize that you are extra sensitive to energies at the minute. and to honor yourself and your feelings around them. So again, it's about honoring you and your priorities to you. Okay, hope that helps, Chantel.
Tracy, look, it feels like you're it feels like that you're going to other people. You're always trying to get a second opinion. Okay, this feels like confidence at the moment. Okay, not confidence, but there's certain things that you're looking for, and there's certain things that you want to know. We like to know what's happening, but sometimes we need to let things unfold. It's just the way it is. Okay, but I'm getting it. There's second guessing. There's a bit of second guessing happening with you at the moment, and are you going from reader to reader trying to get answers for something? Okay, you just get lost in another. See, sometimes we get a few readings that line up, but sometimes we get lost in a sea of information, and that's what the universes are trying to steer you away from at the moment. At the moment, Tracy, okay, your intuition is working for you. Okay, but you need to ask yourself some heartful questions and clear that mind. Okay, because I've got here conclusions. Trust your intuition, and conclusions are reached within. Okay, I don't know if you do any practices, Tracy, but it's really time to meditate it and clear that mind. Go for a walk into nature and don't think about the issues that you need to solve. Just smell the air, feel the senses around you, and just be in the moment. And when you clear that mind, the answers that you need, they'll come to you, but you need to clear the mind. Otherwise, it's a needle in a haystack. But our mind's too full of stuff, and then we have no clarity. People think, oh, your clarity is just clearing your mind and giving your intuition, your guides, room to speak. Okay? And that's what's on the cards for you. I hope that's helped you, Tracy.
Okay, Holly, my beautiful friend. All right, we got the 7 Star Sisters, which is Birth and Creation's Tapestry of Life and Expression. So I'm getting that all the hard work that you're putting into your business right now is paying off, and to keep the vision of what that is for you. You can also, I got the Star Keeper here of the Cosmic Ancestor, seek the light by staying grounded. So within that, I also got that to start asking a little bit more often for help from your spirit team, and also from experiences where you have already been in this role as a business owner, and to start asking for some extra assistance or awareness or knowledge to download to you. You can do that at night before you go to sleep. Once you actually get to bed and you stop doing consents. She does business building consents. So yeah, your business that you're working on at the moment, it's going to pay off, and you're doing a fucking amazing job. Keep going. So I hope that helps, honey.
Amanda, I pull these cards and going, dear God, who is this for? Oh, it's you, Amanda. There you go, Amanda. Look at the moment, the first card I've got for you. Okay, look, this is a time for healing at the moment. This is a time for self-seeking for you. Okay, going within, doing the work, dragging it up, whatever comes up. Okay, but also at the moment, it's a time to make that choice where it's the comfort zones. Okay, because a big now, this here, give without expectations, is your last card, and I'm feeling that's give without expectations. Okay, this is for you to give to yourself without expectations. Okay, this is time to make that choice, because at the moment of your first card I've got here is this is inverted. Choose love over fear. At the moment, there's too much fear being chose. Okay, yeah, I don't like that. I'll stay away from it. That makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. And sometimes it's like, well, it doesn't resonate or I'm not interested. But sometimes if we feel awkward, okay, sometimes we're going to push ourselves to move past these comfort zones. Otherwise, what happens is the choices that we make, they create bigger neurons in our brain. So when we get a whole heap of energy in our system and we're like, what do I do? It just goes through the big neurons, which is the same choices that we make all the time. And it's about stopping ourselves and taking control where we can start to form other pathways at the moment. Okay, comfort zones and fear is too big a pathway at the moment, and you have to retrain. You have to retrain yourself step by step to open that up and make sure you're making the choices for love. Okay? Choose love over fear. That's you for you. Okay? With no expectations, Amanda. I hope that's helped you.
Beautiful. Leslie Ann, we've got the Law of Attraction card has come up for you. Talking about relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energy. So as we're moving on in our spiritual journey, quite often the people and the places and the interactions that we once vibed with 12 months ago no longer are resonating at the same space. And the more work we do, our tribe changes and who we connect well with changes. The next card that I got for you is Earth Angel, that you're a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. So you might be finding at the moment that your previous people that you hung out with, the situations that you used to enjoy no longer feel great. And so you might be feeling a little bit lost right now. And so what they're basically saying is it's time to attract a new group to you. You're in one right now. You've got some absolutely beautiful people in this community that Brooke has created. And like, it's time for you to start bringing more of those sorts of people into your world where you are vibing at a higher rate. You're speaking the same language. You know, for some people, like for me, I used to really love, having parties at home and getting my people around and having a few drinks out by the bonfire and all that sort of stuff. I used to like to go to restaurants and pubs and things like that. I just don't enjoy that sort of stuff anymore. I like the fire still, but the drinking aspect of it has moved out of my life. My group has changed. And for a while there, it felt really lonely and a little bit confusing. But as you change, as you reach out and you get that confidence to reach out into new groups, you'll be okay. And this is just an acknowledgement that you feel this. You might be feeling a little bit of wonkiness at the moment, but you'll be okay. Just keep reaching out, keep searching around, find the groups that work for you. Hope that helps, Leslie.
It took me a while to start finding people. When you're on shows like this and you're a regular, okay, you talk to the people in the chat and you get to know them after a while, or that you find out who's in your town. You go, hey, you want to meet up for coffee? That's how I met. That's how I met people. Yeah, I met them through the community, the online communities. I met everyone.
Yeah.
And then you just expand and then meet new people, but we've got to step out of those comfort zones and push ourselves. But yeah, otherwise we do isolate ourselves. It can be easy to isolate ourselves, but we're not alone. Okay, who's next?
Who's next? I think I've got to go. No, there's a few more.
What we can do, there's look, Abu, when we worry, okay, we feed energy in something we have no power over, usually. Okay, but the first card I've got for you, worried is a wasted emotion. Now, what happens is we all put out energy, and your last card is like attracts like. What energy are you putting out at the moment? Okay, if you're putting out worry, guess, right, this is living in fear of the unknown. When you put out worry, guess what you're going to attract more of? More of that energy that created the worry. Okay, but like attracts like. This is time to shift the focus. I can not let circumstances dictate your attitude. This is a powerful time for you to go, you know what? I'm going to be positive. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to be joyful. This is what people don't get, is they wait for circumstances. Oh, when circumstances are going to get better? Circumstances get better when we be positive, we step up and go, you know what? I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be joyful. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to look at the good stuff. And what happens is your frequency shifts. Guess what starts getting attracted to you? All that stuff. But if we sit there worrying, guess what we attract more of? So the choice is yours at the moment. Okay? We got to shift before the circumstances shift. I hope that's helped you.
Okay, Alison. Sorry, I was just giggling at Stuffy. Apparently, we're all mad and we should be avoided at all costs. Oh, dear.
How true.
And hi, Liz. Liz is tuning in from England.
Hey, Liz.
Hmm.
A cup of tea, Liz.
Yeah, cup of tea and a scone. All right, so Alison, I got for you that your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with your situation. So whatever's really up with you at the moment, tune in with your animal spirit guide or spirit member. There's an animal spirit person being that is helping you right now. Please tune in with them and trust that they are working with you to help you. And also it's time to release. It says release, let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Okay, so I just saw briefly in there you were talking about your friend who's had an operation. Does it actually serve you to be worrying about that? Would it be serving her greater purpose if you allowed yourself to see what is possible with that situation, what the gift is in that situation, instead of looking at the fear and the judgment of that situation and that operation? It's time to reframe and let go of fear and judgment out of your world. And if you find yourself jumping into that, let it go. Find out what the lesson or the gift or the silver lining or whatever it is. Often in those challenging situations, there's a massive push by the universe to send us in a certain direction. That's why those big moments come up. So for your friend, have a look and see, where is her life being pushed towards? What is it that is making the universe go, you have to have this right now, so that you can go that way, because we are very resistant little creatures. We love being in our comfort zones. And so the universe comes along and does things like that, makes us look at our crap, makes us look at our stuff that hasn't been healed yet. And stuff like cancer or other body stuff that goes on is a very big indication of trauma that has not been healed yet. So it's time to have a look at that. So stop being in the worry, stop being in the fear, stop being in the judgment. Look at what actually serves you and let go of all the rest. Hope that helps. Liz, you fit in perfectly. They're all coffee drinkers around here.
You're on mute, Brooke.
Oh, yeah. Brooke, you're on mute.
Oh, you mean for a second there, my mouth was moving and I was making sense. Sorry, just coffee. Alex, this card keeps coming out, and it came out 3 times on the first reading for everyone. It just keeps coming out. Okay, Alex, your first card is trust your intuition. Your intuition is talking to you. What's it asking? What's it telling you? Because when we keep ignoring the intuition, that's when things can get sticky. And when we follow the intuition and then we go, oh yeah, but I followed the intuition and something I didn't want to happen, but that can lead to something else, that leads to something else, put you on the best possible path. Okay, that's why we got to come out of judgment. But the moments you've got to trust in your intuition, and there's some adjustments that you need to make. Okay, where are you putting your energy? Where are you focusing? What are you focusing on? What are you feeding? Whatever you feed grows. What are you feeding, Alex? Are you feeding worry? Are you feeding negativity? Because the last card I've got here is focus on the positive. Okay, if that's the reality you want to create. You want to focus. You want more worry? Focus on the worry. You want more energy draining? This is the choice that we're going to make, people. It's that simple. It's not easy, but it's that simple. We all need to do it. That's the game changer. Okay, I hope that helps you, Alex.
All righty, Judy. That big yawn from me was not because I was tired, it's because, man, you got a lot of energy right now that needs to be released. Chockers. No, it's not because you're boring, Brooke.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, geez, there's so much energy here, Judy. Again. Anyway, so the cards that came out for you were the crown chakra. So again, it's to pay attention to the divine messages that you're getting because you're not at the moment. All right. You keep blocking, you keep pushing them away. You keep thinking that they're not relevant. You keep thinking they're just random weird ass things that are floating through the air and it's not for you. They are for you. Please start paying attention to them. And the second card that I got out for you was if you get nervous, focus on service. So I'm just getting that anxiousness that's coming up with you at the moment. And it's just kind of like they're asking you to settle down, like stop being so up in your head about stuff and start focusing on what can I do to make the world a better place? What small thing, what one step can I make today that's going to contribute to making the collective a better place? Okay, so if you're getting all like around everybody else's shit and focusing on gossip and the news and the this and the that and blah, 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 get back, be present and go, what can I do in this next 5 minutes to be of service and make the world a better place? What can I do in the next 5 minutes to make me feel as if I am in a better place? What can I do that's going to create my life to make it a bit easier today? If you're getting all that anxiousness and the take it back, take a big deep breath, come back to center. What can I do in the next 5 minutes? Okay. I hope that helps.
And this is, I mean, that's so true. And with light workers all over, people, if you're a light worker, it's your job to hold space for the rest of the world. Okay. So if you're not dealing with triggers or you're not doing the self-work to understand your emotions, if you're not walking to that self-mastery, then you're actually a superficial light worker, okay, with a bag of crystals. Okay, we need to hold it for the collective. You need to hold it, do the work and hold it for the collective. Now is the time more than ever. Okay. Oh, sorry, Rita. That was for you. You're all right, Rita. So there's other ones. Rita, get out of self-judgment. Get out of the blame game. Okay, there seems to be too much. There. I've got 2 cards here saying that you just have to accept there's something to learn in everything. Life's struggle. Accept struggle as lessons, and that's inverted. Okay, this is all perspective. If we keep going, it's just stuff to piss me off, it's just stuff to drag me down, that becomes our reality. But when we come from the heart space of, okay, there's something for me to learn here, accept struggle as lessons, and then we learn the lesson, that's when we stop the struggling so much. Okay? Because the moment I've got never judge another, and that's inverted. Okay, so if there's judgment there, you can bet it starts with self-judgment. Okay? And it's not a good space. It's not a good space to be in. Okay? So this is all about shifting perspective for you. You shift that perspective, reader. It takes a bit of work, but I don't know if this is just to do with the situation, but we only see certain things from a certain perspective, and we don't see all the stuff that's behind it. Okay, we can come out of judgment. We can see things for what they are, and it puts us in a far better place to deal with anything that needs dealing with, or just to understand. Okay, because everyone's got their stuff, and too many people are still in self-judgment. It's not good. Okay, it's what's wrong with the world. Okay, it's not your fault, Rita. It's no one's fault. It's everyone's fault. It's no one's fault. Okay, I hope that's helped you.
Beautiful.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I better check to see if there's any.
Yeah, just one last check. See if there's any donations.
Donations. I did that one show. Someone did a donation at the last minute at the run out readings from America. No. And then I couldn't get a hold of them again, and they donated it was like $50 or something US, and I couldn't get hold of them. I said, I'll just do your private reading, and I didn't get hold of them, so I just sent them back the money.
Aww.
Yeah, they're just teasing me, universe. Okay. So just get hold of Lorene's website. I'll play your reel afterwards. People just get hold of you on website or Facebook, don't they, Lorene?
Absolutely. So it's reading that last comment that's come through.
Is it a good one? Is it a good one?
Like, yeah, so on Tuesday, of course, I'm back with my community connection show, which is Tasty Tuesdays. I have Kate from Kate's Organite Pyramids on, and she is going to be talking about her journey with being through alcoholism and how she ended up through that, being on her spiritual journey and creating Organite Pyramids and selling them at markets and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, I'll be back on Friday with my readings show. Intuitive readings show at 8 p.m. on Friday. Tuesday is 7 p.m. Adelaide time. And in 2 weeks' time, Brooke's going to be back with me for 2 guys and a girl.
That's it.
Where we're going to be talking about love and light and bullshit.
All right. Good topics.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
So looking forward to that one. So absolutely. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, everybody. Thank you for coming to play, and I'm enjoying this community. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm just going to find. Okay, so see everyone. Have a good one. Oh, wait a sec. I'm on tomorrow night with Steffi on More Than a Reading Show.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. What else are you doing? What else have you got coming up, Brooke?
Thursdays I got readings, and then I got this show. I think we got Lucia's on next week.
Oh, cool.
She's on. But yeah, just people, great show tomorrow. You have to move past your comfort zones and come on the show to get a reading. But you can also get alignments and all sorts of stuff. It's different. Okay. So until then, people, I will see you when I'm looking at you next.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye. I was just saying, Liz is saying, did we miss her? Did we do a reading for Liz, bro?
Oh, you're feeling lonely, Liz. You are never alone, inverted. Okay, at the moment, look. We know that they're never alone, Liz. Okay, but at the moment, to yourself and others, give without expectations. Okay, we do something because we want something to do. As soon as we go, well, I did stuff for them and they didn't do something to me, we're in judgment. Okay, and when we have expectations, that's us feeling like, well, how can I say it nicely? That's our ego going, I'm, hey, me. Okay, we only do that out of wounding. We only do that out of all sorts of things. But at the moment, you're being called to give without expectations, right? And the next card I got for you is inverted, be of service. And to be of service, Liz, that starts with you. Be of service to yourself and understand who you are. Okay, know thyself. Okay, because if we just know thyself, the things start to come into alignment. Okay, we've got to stop worrying about circumstances lining up and know thyself. That is the key to everything. Okay, I hope this helps you, Liz. Mm-hmm. Okay, see everyone.
Bye-bye.
And there we go. Found it. Bye.